I choose people who don't want to be written about on the whole, whose lives are shrouded in mystery, and they want to hide their secrets. And I just love digging away to find out what they don't want us to know.
Meghan Markle celebrated her birthday just a few days ago, but the conversation around her age has suddenly kicked off again. Tom Bower and Samantha Markle have both raised questions about Meghan's publicly reported birth year, with critics claiming the birthday timeline may not be as straightforward as it looks. None of that proves Meghan has lied about her age, but the old claims have once again pushed people to dig through records, articles, and details from her past. Now those claims involving Tom Bower and Samantha Markle are back in the spotlight, and the debate is getting messy.
In honor of her birthday, there is a theory that's been out there for a while. It's been floating around. Royal fans are convinced Meghan Markle is lying about her age.
Watch until the end, because some of the documents and timelines people have pointed to may have you wondering how this whole age controversy even started. Meghan Markle has publicly been reported as being born in 1981, which would make her 45 in 2026. Still, questions and rumors about her age have floated around for years. Tom Bower, along with Meghan's half-sister Samantha Markle, has repeatedly been connected to discussions challenging parts of Meghan's public story. Bower is a royal biographer who has spent years researching major figures connected to the royal family, including Harry and Meghan. His book Revenge became a bestseller and took a deeply critical look at Meghan's journey from actress to member of the royal family.
I'm joined by Tom Bower, author of Revenge, Meghan, Harry, and the War Between the Windsors, the defining book on Meghan Markle's very brief history as a working royal. Revenge is a forensic assessment of Meghan's character and her ruthless ambition, cementing Bower's reputation as one of today's leading investigative biographers.
The book examined her career, relationships, ambitions, and the public image she built along the way. But here's where things get controversial. Some of Bower's claims and interpretations have been heavily disputed, and one subject that keeps resurfacing online is Meghan's age. Critics have pointed to supposed inconsistencies in older records and timelines, while Meghan's widely reported birth date remains August 4th, 1981. When people started digging into old documents and online profiles, they claimed they found conflicting information. That doesn't automatically mean the information was accurate, though. Magazine listings, entertainment databases, and online profiles can contain mistakes, and none of those sources by themselves overturn an official birth record.
You would think that she would remember how old exactly she was. And we're going to see throughout this video that there are quite a few landmark moments that Meghan Markle clearly gets wrong. So I have to ask, is this woman crazy? Is she that much of a liar? Or is there something deeper?
Still, those apparent differences have given critics plenty to talk about. One example frequently dragged back into the debate involves a 1997 issue of 17 magazine. According to claims circulated by Meghan's critics, she was allegedly described as being 21 years old. If that description and date were both accurate, the math would point toward a birth year around 1976 rather than 1981. And yeah, that would create a 5-year gap. But there's an important catch. An old magazine reference is not definitive proof of somebody's actual age. The real question is whether the reported listing was accurate in the first place, whether it was misunderstood, or whether it was simply an editorial mistake. Without reliable supporting evidence, it remains a discrepancy people have alleged rather than proof that Meghan secretly changed her age.
This is a copy of 17 magazine, and it was published in March of 1997. In it, it mentions our Megsy is from Los Angeles and that she was 21 years old at the time of publication. That would make her birth year at around 1976. However, why is it saying here she was born 5 years later in 1981? Is she 42 years old, or is she closer to 47 years old?
Then another claim entered the mix involving IMDb. During Meghan's acting career, critics say her IMDb profile at one point displayed birth information that differed from the birth year now associated with her public biography. Again, IMDb pages and entertainment databases are not the same thing as official government records, and information on them can be entered incorrectly or later corrected. Still, you can see why the difference caught people's attention. When somebody becomes as famous as Meghan, even a small change in a public profile can turn into a full-blown internet mystery. Suddenly, people start comparing screenshots, dates, interviews, and old articles, trying to figure out whether they have uncovered something major or are simply chasing a database error. This is also where Bauer's argument about Hollywood gets more interesting. He has discussed how strongly age can matter in the entertainment business. Actors compete for specific roles, and casting decisions can depend heavily on whether someone appears to fit the age range producers have in mind.
These are two real imposters, and what is really annoying is that we shouldn't have to in any way admire what they're doing in Dusseldorf, because they have wrecked with all their lies. The lies on Oprah Winfrey, the lies in Spare, the lies that Harry said in his interviews about his father and his brother.
Being perceived as younger can sometimes open different doors in Hollywood. Producers may be searching for an actor who can convincingly play a certain character, and age can influence which auditions or roles become available. That reality has helped critics build a theory that any conflicting birth information during Meghan's acting years could have had a career-related explanation. But that theory still needs evidence. A different year appearing on an entertainment profile does not automatically mean Meghan personally supplied it, requested it, or deliberately tried to mislead anyone. The real issue is figuring out where each piece of information came from and whether it can actually be verified. Then Bauer's discussion moves into another part of Meghan's timeline, her education. Meghan attended Northwestern University and graduated in 2003. Using her publicly reported 1981 birth year, she would have been around 21 or 22 when she graduated, depending on the exact timing. Bauer has questioned details surrounding Meghan's university years and how they fit into the broader timeline he has examined. That has led some critics to study photographs from her Northwestern days and even compare Meghan's appearance with the people around her.
So what is going on here? Why the secrecy around this woman's birth certificate? Why the secrecy? Why the mistakes in age that are so blatant for others? And you know what? This is like her education in university, that she claims that she double major in international relations and theater, when Northwestern has never given a major in international relations.
Some people online have argued that several classmates in those photographs appear older than Meghan, but appearance alone is obviously not a reliable way to determine somebody's age. College students can also be different ages, so a photograph cannot establish a hidden birth year. What it does show is just how closely every part of Meghan's past is now being picked apart as critics try to build their case. Then Samantha Markle stepped into the controversy, and that brought the family timeline under even more attention. Samantha is Meghan's half-sister, so whenever debates about Meghan's childhood, family history, or age surface, people naturally pay attention to what Samantha has to say. She has publicly questioned parts of Meghan's story before, although her claims should not automatically be treated as established fact. Samantha was born in 1964, while Meghan's publicly reported birth year is 1981, creating a 17-year age difference between the half-sisters. Samantha has spoken about her memories of their family life, and critics have argued that some of those recollections don't perfectly line up with things Meghan has said publicly.
Number two, she claims that when she started working at Humphrey Yogurt, she ran into Yasmin Bleeth, and that she congratulated Yasmin Bleeth for her deodorant commercial. Yasmin Bleeth didn't do that deodorant commercial until 1997. So Meghan Markle is off by a few years there.
Samantha has used those differences to question whether Meghan's account of her early years tells the complete story. But family memories can differ, especially when people are recalling events from decades ago. A disagreement between Samantha and Meghan does not prove that Meghan's birth year is incorrect. Still, because Samantha is a family member, her comments have kept the controversy alive and given critics another angle to examine. Then Meghan's father, Thomas Markle, was pulled into the discussion. According to accounts surrounding Bauer's investigation, Thomas was questioned about Meghan's birth details and reportedly directed Bauer toward the records rather than simply settling the issue himself. That response immediately raised eyebrows among some critics. They wondered why a father wouldn't just give a straightforward answer about his daughter's birth year, but there could be plenty of explanations for such a response. And without stronger evidence, it does not prove Meghan changed or concealed her age. At most, it became one more detail that people added to an already heated online debate, and the questions haven't stopped with birth dates. Meghan has also faced scrutiny over stories she has shared about her childhood and teenage years, with internet detectives trying to compare those memories against outside timelines. One example involves Meghan saying that she worked at Humphrey Yogurt, a frozen yogurt shop, when she was young. Critics later questioned whether the company would have hired someone at the age Meghan described. That apparent mismatch sparked another round of speculation about whether the story happened exactly as remembered. But there's a big difference between an imperfect childhood memory and deliberately changing your age. Employment policies can vary, memories can become fuzzy over decades, and secondhand information about a company's old hiring practices may not tell the complete story. So this detail alone cannot prove anything about Meghan's birth year. Another childhood story has also been pulled into the debate. Meghan once recalled meeting actress Yasmin Bleeth and congratulating her on her deodorant commercials. Critics have questioned whether the advertising timeline lines up with the period Meghan appeared to be describing. Once again, that may sound strange to people digging through every detail, but it still isn't proof that Meghan lied about her age. People can easily misremember when an event happened, especially something from childhood. The important distinction here is between an alleged timeline inconsistency and actual evidence that somebody intentionally gave a false birth date. That hasn't stopped the more extreme theories from spreading online. Some critics have speculated that Meghan could have been older when she entered Hollywood than her publicly reported birth year would suggest. Under that theory, she might have been closer to 30 during stages of her career when the accepted timeline would place her in her 20s. And if you follow that speculation even further, it would also change her age when she married Prince Harry in 2018. Meghan was widely reported as being 36 at the time of their wedding. Under the alternative age theory pushed by some critics, she would have been several years older. But that remains speculation, not an established fact. There would need to be strong, reliable documentation before such a major claim could reasonably overturn Meghan's publicly reported August 4th, 1981 birth date. Old database entries, disputed magazine references, family disagreements, and memories about childhood events can raise questions, but they don't automatically provide that proof. If credible evidence ever established a different birth year, then yes, it would reshape parts of the public timeline surrounding Meghan's Hollywood career and her transition into royal life. It could also raise serious questions about where incorrect information originated and how it remained in circulation for so long. Until then, the controversy comes down to competing claims, old records that critics say contain inconsistencies, and a whole lot of internet speculation. The question is whether these details genuinely point towards something bigger, or whether unrelated mistakes and imperfect memories have been stitched together to create a mystery that isn't really there. So what do you think about the Meghan Markle age controversy? Do you think these alleged inconsistencies deserve more investigation? Or do you think the whole thing has been blown way out of proportion? Drop your comments down below and tell us what you think. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might have an opinion on this story. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.